Are you tired of trying to figure out which accounting software is best for your business? Well, you're not alone. Choosing the right accounting platform isn't just about features, it's about peace of mind. It's about saving time. It's about avoiding the mess of switching later on when you realize you picked the wrong accounting software. Now, I've been doing this a long time, long enough to remember when bookkeeping meant a pencil, a calculator, and ledger paper. Since then, I've worked with just about every accounting software out there, not just for my clients, but for my own company. So if you're running a business, whether it's just for you or growing a team, this video is for you. Today, I'm breaking down the top 5 accounting software options that you need to know about. The pros, the cons, the surprises that don't show up on the sales page. And I'll tell you right up front, after years of recommending QuickBooks, I've started moving my clients to Xero. I'll explain exactly why in just a minute. And if you stick around until the end, I'll tell you exactly how to easily transfer your accounting data from one software to another without losing your mind in the process. Let's get to it. QuickBooks Online, the market leader. This one is the most obvious choice, the one you've already heard of, and the one that spends more money on marketing than any other platform. It's the 800-pound gorilla of accounting software, and it's been that way for years. I've used QuickBooks myself for a long time, and to be fair, it works. It's powerful, it's familiar, and it's widely supported by bookkeepers and CPAs all over. It handles everything from basic invoicing to full-service payroll, and now tax preparation. QuickBooks offers a ton of features, more than you'll ever need. If you're working with an accountant, it's easy to share access with them, and in many cases, they'll prefer it because so many of us are trained on it. So the big question is, why isn't QuickBooks my recommendation? Let me talk through it. You already know that QuickBooks is very popular. They've built their reputation by being intuitive, especially for non-accountants. When I was getting started in business years ago, it was my go-to. I used it to manage invoicing, track expenses, run payroll, and prep for taxes. But here's the problem. QuickBooks has changed, and not always in ways that help people who built their business around it. For one, the pricing keeps increasing. Plans start at around $40 per month, but once you start adding users and features, things like time tracking or inventory, or even just need more advanced reporting, it can jump to almost $300 per month. And this doesn't even include payroll, which can run another $100. For a small business, that's no small decision. And then there's the constant platform changes. QuickBooks has started rolling out AI features, redesigns, and updated layouts that often throw users off. They changed the dashboard, they changed how reports work, they move things around. In my opinion, that's a nightmare for business owners who just want stability. Accounting software should be set it and forget it, not a moving target. And then there's the accountants who help build them. And here's where it gets personal for me. I've had a love-hate relationship with QuickBooks for a long time. They arguably have the best accounting software out there that money can buy, no question. But somewhere along the way, they started competing with the very professionals who helped build their success. They now offer live bookkeeping, live tax prep, and promote those services directly to my clients. To me, that crosses a line. It's not just about features anymore. It's about trust. QuickBooks could have partnered with accountants more intentionally. Instead, they've marketed their services to the same clients we already serve. And that's left a bad taste for a lot of accountants and bookkeepers. So there's still a strong choice, but just not my top pick. Xero, the #1 contender and my top pick. Now let's talk about the accounting software I've been leaning into more and more lately, and the one I now recommend to a lot of my clients, Xero. It might not be as widely known as QuickBooks, at least not yet anyway, but it's growing fast and for good reason. Right away, Xero feels clean. It feels modern. The interface is intuitive. The learning curve is short, and for most small business owners, that matters. And Xero is gaining popularity. It's not just about good design, though Xero does that really well. It's about simplicity without giving up capability. You get the core features every business needs, like invoicing, bill tracking, bank reconciliations, and real-time reporting, all in a package that doesn't feel bloated. One thing my clients often say is, I didn't think accounting software could feel normal again. And they're right. Xero isn't overwhelming. It doesn't bombard you with constant upsells and updates. It handles the essentials without the distractions or clutter. And because it's cloud-based, your data is always up to date and you can access it from anywhere securely. And one thing that I really like is that Xero treats accountants as partners. For the accountant side of things, that part really matters. Xero actually supports professionals like me. They built a system that makes collaboration with clients simple, and they're not trying to replace us or poach our clients. Xero doesn't push their own tax prep or live bookkeeping services. They focus on building tools that work, and then let accountants and business owners do their thing. And honestly, that's kind of refreshing. Now, Xero isn't perfect. For example, if your business has complex payroll needs, just know that Xero's payroll options are more limited and may not handle more advanced setups without third-party tools. But if that's important to you, third-party payroll services like Gusto integrate and work very well with Xero. While Xero integrates with a lot of third-party apps, QuickBooks still has the broader ecosystem, so just keep that in mind if that's important to you. For me, recommending Xero came down to three things. It's more affordable, it's more static or stable, and it respects the accountant-client relationship. They also don't constantly roll out major front-end design changes. When updates do come, they're often thoughtful and not disruptive. And that makes a big difference when you're trying to run a business and not having to relearn your accounting software every couple months. I will say this, if Xero ever develops a stronger incentive structure for accountants like QuickBooks did back in the day, I think you'll see even more professionals and business owners making the switch. Zoho Books, the best value for growing businesses. Now, if you're looking for the best bang for your buck, it's hard to ignore Zoho Books. It's not as well known as QuickBooks or Xero, but don't let that fool you. Zoho has built a seriously capable platform with a full suite of features for a fraction of the cost. If you're a business owner who's a little more tech savvy or just looking to keep costs down while still getting robust functionality, Zoho Books might surprise you. Right out of the gate, Zoho Books offers the usual like invoicing, expense tracking, bank reconciliation, time tracking, inventory, and even project management. It's all baked into the platform, no extra modules or expensive add-ons. And if you're already using other Zoho apps like Zoho CRM or Zoho Inventory, the integration is seamless. Everything talks to each other. For growing businesses who want automation, strong mobile apps, and customizable workflows, Zoho really shines. Now, it's not perfect. Zoho's learning curve is a bit steeper than Xero or FreshBooks, and if you're not familiar with the Zoho ecosystem, it might feel a little overwhelming at first. Also, while Zoho is gaining traction in the United States, it's still more popular internationally. That means fewer accountants in the States are fluent in it, though that's starting to change. For the right business, Zoho Books can be a powerful, cost-effective tool that competes with software double its price. If you're detail-oriented and like to build systems around your tools, this one's worth taking a look into. FreshBooks, best for freelancers and service pros. If you're a freelancer, consultant, or solo service provider, FreshBooks might be the accounting software that fits you best. It doesn't try to be a full suite. It focuses on doing a few things really well. Instead, It's built for people who send invoices, track time, and just want to stay on top of their money without dealing with overcomplicated features. Here's why FreshBooks stands out. It makes invoicing feel easy, and I mean that. You get professional templates, recurring billing, time tracking, expense categories, even client communication all baked in. You can log your hours to different projects, turn those time entries into invoices, accept payments online, and manage everything from one simple, organized dashboard. And the customer support? FreshBooks is known for it. It's one of the few platforms where you can actually get a helpful person on the phone when something goes wrong. But here's where it does fall short. FreshBooks isn't a full accounting system in a traditional sense. Yes, it does offer double entry accounting, but it's limited when it comes to things like inventory, advanced reporting, and payroll. So if you're running a product-based business or need a ton of accounting complexity, it might not be the right fit. But for a solopreneur who bills clients for time, wants clean invoices, and doesn't want to overpay for features they don't use, FreshBooks makes a lot of sense. Wave, from free to pro, is it still worth it? Let's wrap up the list with Wave, an option that a lot of small business owners and side hustlers still recognize as the free accounting software. But here's the thing, it's not really free anymore, at least not in the way it used to be. When Wave first came on the market, it was almost entirely free. You could invoice, track expenses, even do basic bookkeeping without paying a penny. But since being acquired by H&R Block, the pricing has shifted, and most of the useful features are now behind their Pro plan, which runs currently at $19 per month. Still, at that price, it's a really solid option for early stage entrepreneurs who want to stay organized and look professional. Here's what you can get with the Wave Pro plan. You can send as many invoices, estimates, and bills as you need. Your bank transactions pull in automatically. You can track all your expenses and snap photos of receipts. Late payment reminders can go out on their own. You can handle invoicing and bookkeeping right from the mobile app. You can add team members and control their access. And yes, you can get real support from real people through chat and email. And yes, there's even a mobile app for on-the-go invoicing and bookkeeping. So if you're billing clients, managing cash flow, and just want something clean and reliable without the complexity, Wave Pro might be all you need. But it's not perfect. Here's where Wave falls short. Wave isn't built for inventory-heavy businesses or advanced reporting. So if you're scaling quickly or need deeper tools, you may outgrow Wave. But for solo businesses and startups on a budget, it's an approachable, affordable option and still better than trying to manage your books in Excel. Which one is right for you? So we've looked at the top 5 accounting software options, and by now you've probably seen there's no one-size-fits-all answer. It really comes down to your business size, complexity, and how much you value ease of use versus depth of features. But here's how I'd break it down. If you need power, integration, payroll, and you don't mind the cost, QuickBooks Online is still a strong contender. If you want clean design, real-time financial insights, and software that actually respects your accountant, Xero is my personal recommendation. If you're looking for automation and value, especially as you scale, check out Zoho Books. Freelancers and service pros, you'll probably love FreshBooks for its simplicity and clean invoicing tools. And if you're just getting started or running lean, Wave or Wave Pro gives you a lot, and it's a big step up from Excel spreadsheets. I've worked with just about every tool out there, and I can tell you this. The best accounting software is the one you'll actually use. One that fits your workflow, gives you clarity, and makes tax season less stressful. And remember, you're not locked in forever. Like I promised, here's the bonus. Switching platforms can be easier than you think. Most of these tools offer importing tools, CSV uploads, and step-by-step help for transferring your data from one software to another. And if you need to handle it manually, you can begin by printing out your final general ledger and chart of accounts. These are your ending figures. You then need to enter these figures in the new accounting software as your beginning balances. You'll probably need to adjust your chart of accounts and spend some time getting things set up properly. But that's the gist of it. If you're unsure on how to switch or just need a little guidance, feel free to reach out, leave a comment below. And if you found this breakdown helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to stay connected. And let me know in the comments what you're using right now and how it's working for you. And if you want to sign up to any of these platforms, please use my affiliate links down below in the description. It won't cost you anything extra, but will help support the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.